mentioned it for a second up there, but you've been the hunted before at North Dakota State for many years. Everybody's big target. What is the big adjustment there when you know you got something to protect?
You don't shy away from it. You talk about it. The target's on our back. There's expectations, but that's why you came to Kansas State, to have high expectations, to be the team that people want to beat, and that's how we did it in the past, and it really worked because it just kept elevating. That's what we want to continue to do, and I heard Jerome talk about it too. Is just continue to elevate in what we're doing at K-State.
Having done that at North Dakota State, is that something you can draw on maybe to help you guide a team through?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, just the experiences. I look at that Klieman on the defensive side and Connor Riley on the offensive side. They've been through it as well. They know exactly what we're talking about. And I can promise you one thing: the offensive line is going to hear about it all the time from Coach Riley, because he's going to get after him every day to say, well, you're supposed to be the strength of our team. Let's prove it day in and day out. And that's always fun though too.
What are the biggest advantages that come with having Colin back, Will back, you back, all that continuity there?
The continuity is huge, especially on the offensive side. Now we're going into year 2, and I'm excited because I think we've barely scratched the surface of what we can do offensively. I really believe that. And Colin had his first year and was phenomenal, but I saw some innovation. I saw even more things in spring ball that they were able to do. And when you have a guy like Will that is so smart, I think that we're going to be able to, even advance a lot of things that we've done and find ways. We got to find ways to get guys to football now. I mean, the last few years, where's 22 and let's get the football to him some way. Now it's going to be a lot of guys that are going to have different touches, and I think it'll make us probably more difficult to defend.
Coach, Cincinnati's a new addition to the league. What type of value do they bring?
Great value. We don't get the opportunity to play them this year, but I'm excited about them coming in the league. I've got a tremendous amount of respect for them. They were in the college football playoff, and it'll be a great addition.
Coach, you spent 5 years as head coach in Fargo, and now you're starting your 5th year here. How have you advanced and learned from this experience at this level?
I've advanced and learned because college football continues to evolve as well over the last few years. And if you'd have told me, Fitz, that I was going to change a defense, go to a no-huddle offense, change all that stuff, I'd have said there's no way. I'm going to stay with what I believe in. But you have to adapt and evolve, not only to your talent, but to how the conference and how the teams you are playing changes. And we had to move to a 3-down. We had to go to more up-tempo stuff. And now our kids, it gives our kids something every year to look forward to. Hey, what are we installing this year? What are we doing new this year? And I think you always have to evolve.
Coach, Kobe Savage, he was a year with y'all. What do you expect to see from him in his second year in y'all's defense?
Well, I'm excited. Kobe was an All-Big 12 player and got his season cut short by a handful of games, and he's fully healthy now, and tremendous leader, tremendous hitter. I mean, that guy will come and rock you, but he's going to have to be a catalyst back there, because we lost 3 guys that are playing in the NFL in the secondary, and 2 of them were drafted, and so Kobe's going to have a lot on his plate this year, and we're excited for him. Good.
How do you feel about the offense? Do you think number 2 on the defense?
I don't pay attention to it, honestly. What were we picked last year? What were we picked my first? I mean, I think it's all great things to talk about, but it doesn't mean anything until you put pads on and start getting into competition. And I think it's we talk about expectations. We knew the expectations would be higher when we won, but now you got to wipe it clean. It's a brand new year with new guys, new team.
You talked about Deuce, and obviously when he got drafted, that was one of the core moments, seeing his dad, give that phone call. What was your reaction?
That was one of the neatest moments I've ever seen in my years of coaching, and probably because I know his dad so well, and I know how hard but how wonderful that call was, and I know Deuce really well. And for him to be able to come back here, he's had pretty good success in this building too. For him to come back home and play, but not only Deuce, every one of our kids that got drafted got to go home.
You talked about the offensive line. You got all those guys coming back, but do you get tempted to kind of peek into the future with some of the younger players you got there?
Absolutely. I'm really excited about the Pastores and Beckwiths and some of those guys. And then I'm so excited for Taylor Portier. I'm so excited for TP. Hopefully he can stay healthy. He's had a string of bad luck. And he's moving around really well. He's back to over 290 pounds and running really well. And that adds us and gives us another dimension, because we're going to need to play more offensive linemen.
What's impressed you the most about the new guys in the secondary?
Marquise Siegel, he's a seasoned guy, an experienced guy. I'm really excited about him. Jacob Parrish doesn't say much, but he just makes plays, and Jacob's kind of coming into a leadership role. But there's going to be other guys. VJ Payne got some valuable experience last year, you know, when he ended up being the starter for a Big 12 championship and a Sugar Bowl, and he was the third team guy behind Sincere and behind Kobe, and all of a sudden he's thrust into it, and that experience is going to be invaluable to him.